after the first two rows. Come fast. Last two, girls and boys. Fast, girls and boys.
the will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach the full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to excellence. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Madhvilata, Associate Professor in English. A warm welcome to you all. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. It is indeed a feeling of jubilation for all of us as Bhadraka is celebrating its Platinum Jubilee, 75 years of academic excellence and holistic development. Driven by a passion for education and a vision for future, Bhadraka remains committed to shape the lives of students who achieve professional success and contribute meaningfully to the society. BBCIT, one of the premier institutes under the wings of Bhadraka, has completed 33 years of fruitful journey and dedicated service in imparting quality computer education and has been making great strides to live up to the reputation that Saint Khasiram Gopi Kishan Bhadraka Educational Society has gained over the past 74 years. As a part of Platinum Jubilee celebrations, BBCIT has come up with a spate of programs. Leader Speaks is one such series with today's session on Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the maker of United India, by Prof.Dr. Ravindra Kumar. May I request our distinguished chief guest, Prof.Dr. Ravindra Kumar, Padma Shri Awardee, former Vice Chancellor, Meerut University, to come on to the dais, please. May I request Sri Sri Kishan Bhadraka, Honorary Secretary, SEGBES, to come on to the dais, please. I request Dr. T. Hanuman Chaudhary, Padma Shri Awardee, Chairman Pratya Bharati, to come on to the dais, please. It is really a great pleasure to have you amidst us, sir, and in you we find great strength and support. I extend my hearty welcome to Sri Lakshmi Nivas Sharma, Chairman, SEGBES, Dr. D.V.M.S. Director, BBCIT, may I request Mrs. Kamlesh Kumari and Mrs. Vandana Bhadraka also to come on to the dais to do the lighting of the lamp.
ఏంటంటే వైర్లు ఉన్నాయి రా సార్ 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 కొంచెం సైడ్ లైన్లో బాబు గారు మీరు వచ్చేస్తున్నారు. బాబు అన్న బాబు ఏదండి
I request Ms. Nitya to render invocation song to seek divine blessings. I request the audience to stand, please. Thank you, Nitya, for your wonderful song. May I request Dr. Jubilee, Director PBCIT, to give welcome address.
Ladies and gentlemen, Namaskar. Hearty welcome to State Sangiram Gopikishan Padrika Educational Society, in short, SDGBAS. As a part of Platinum Jubilee celebrations of State Sangiram Gopikishan Padrika Educational Society, which was established in 1950, we have been organizing a series of lectures by inviting eminent personalities across the nation with strong support guidance of Dr. Tripuraneni Hanuman Chaudhary garu. Respected Chairman of SDGBES, Sri Rashmi Nivas Sharmaji, Honorary Secretary, Sri Kishan Badrikaji, Joint Secretary, Sri Ravi Badrikaji, Director General Professor Agaram Krishna, Directors, Principals, and other heads of Badrika establishments, a hearty welcome to Valinda. Welcome to Dr. T. Hanuman Chaudhary, Padma Shri Awardee, Governing Body Chairman of BPCIT, and Chairman Prajna Bharati. Hearty welcome you once again, sir. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome eloquent speaker of today's celebrations, Prof.Dr. Ravindra Kumar, Padma Shri Awardee, former Vice Chancellor of CCS University, Meerut, and also Editor-in-Chief, Global Peace International Journal. On behalf of SGGPS and on my own behalf, hearty welcome you once again, sir. Hearty welcome to Badrika communicators, well-wishers, our guests, staff and my dear students for this auspicious occasion. Badrika Management instituted Sri Hariprasad Gopi Kishan Badrika Merit Cum Merit-Based Scholarships, Sri Lakshmi Narayan Goyal Merit Cum Merit-Based Scholarships, and also extended fee concessions for single parent students who took admission in this esteemed organization. Many other organizations and well-wishers also sponsored gold and silver medals for our meritorious students at UG and PG levels. We have been conducting value-added courses, personality development courses through Vivekananda Institute of Human Excellence, Ramakrishna Math, Hyderabad. A full-fledged placement and grooming division has been established at Badrika Educational Society to guide our students on campus placements. Our NCC students have been participating in Republic Day Parade, New Delhi. We are happy to conduct these series of lectures as a part of 76 years progressive Badrika Educational Society and its glorious history. Thank you, Valinda. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Ms. Anupama Pandey, Associate Professor in Maths, to introduce today's distinguished chief guest.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, respected dignitaries on the dais and off the desk. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Ravindra Kumar. Prof.Dr. Ravindra Kumar is an internationally eminent Gandhian scholar, thinker and prolific writer. He is a leading social scientist, political scientist, a world-renowned and front-ranking resource person in peace studies and conflict resolution and educationist. Dr. Kumar has over 100 books and more than 500 articles on great personalities on the Indian subcontinent. He has particularly edited over 70 volumes on almost all top-ranking leaders of the golden era of national liberation movement of India. Some of them have been translated into Thai, Tamil, Spanish, Marathi, Kannada, Indonesian and Gujarati, apart from Hindi and English languages. A globally renowned Indologist and a former Vice Chancellor of CCS University, Meerut, India, Dr. Kumar has been associated with several national and international academic, cultural, educational, peace and social bodies, institutions and organizations. As an international professor, he has during the last 3 decades delivered over 600 lectures for more than 100 institutions and universities of India and countries of almost all the continents of the world. Dr. Kumar started Global Peace and the Spectator International Journals. By creating histories and adding to the glory of Indian way, Dr. Ravindra Kumar addressed the legislator representative of ELO in the Legislative Yuan of Republic of China in October 2001 on conflict resolution and the citizen of Assembly of Educators on Sustainability of Life on Earth. He has led Peace and Harmony Market in Jacksonville, Florida, Medellin, Penang, Kathmandu on October 2nd on the occasion of International Non-Violent Day declared by the UNO. Dr. Kumar has continuously organized seminars and symposium at national and international levels. Dr. Kumar received many awards like Merit Ratna, Nirala Smriti Samman, Shahe-Kom, Shanti-Dut, Sardar Patel National Award, Peace Messenger, Uttar Pradesh Ratna, and Gandhi Peace Honor, Sahitya Vachaspati, the highest honor of Rashtrapata Hindi Prachar Sabha, Rajasthan, and other honors. Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian honor, was conferred upon Dr. Ravindra Kumar by the President of India in 2001. As we look forward to the insight and perspective thought, let us extend a warm welcome to Professor Dr. Ravindra Kumar. We are truly fortunate to have him with us today, and I am confident that his word will inspire and motivate all of us. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation.
Thank you, ma'am. It's really just a short extract from his long biography. It's really a pleasure to have you, sir. The stage, please. We expect an insightful and enlightening lecture from you. Thank you.
आदरणीय अध्यक्ष जी श्री लक्ष्मी निवास शर्मा, संस्था के अग्रणी और सचिव श्री कृष्ण वाद्राज, मेरे पिता तुल्य, देश हमारे देश का एसेट और 94 साल की आयु में भी एक वीर पुरुष की भांति, एक कर्मयोगी की भांति ईशोपनिषद के सर्वग्राह्य संदेश मनुष्य 100 वर्ष पर्यंत कर्म करता हुआ जीने की इच्छा करे। परम आदरणीय पूजनीय डॉक्टर टी हनुमान चौधरी जी, संस्था के प्राचार्य डॉक्टर मूर्ति जी, सभी विशिष्ट अतिथिगण, भाइयों और बहनों, मैं आभारी हूँ DBNS मूर्ति जी का विशेष रूप से, और मुझे यहाँ आपके मध्य उपस्थित रहने के लिए प्रेरणा देने वाले डॉक्टर चौधरी साहब का, आपने बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण विषय पर आज अपने मध्य मुझे आमंत्रित किया है। बाद में अपनी अंग्रेजी में रखूंगा, नहीं तो आप सब लोगों के लिए ये एक अन्याय होगा। सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल, द आर्किटेक्ट ऑफ इंडिया, और सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल a cult himself, because getting familiarity with the present generation life work and views of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, especially for the unity, integrity, and prosperity of the nation, is, in my view, the need of the hour. A man of indomitable courage, with qualities like firm determination, commitment and conviction, Vallabhbhai was the true son of Bharat. In every word, idea, and action of whose there was a veracious manifestation of Indianness, that is, we call Bharatiyata. The Indianness looks for unity of India in every form, in social, cultural, political and religious spheres, its prosperity and integrity. In fact, prosperity of India essentially includes appropriate security, rights and happiness of everyone without any kind of discrimination. The Indianness urges every Indian to discharge her or his relevant duties towards the nation with utmost honesty, asserting unity, sovereignty, integrity and development of the country, taking it as her or his foremost responsibility. In Vallabhbhai's own words, I quote, not thinking one's own safety and progress above the security and the development of the nation, unquote. The Indianness calls every citizen of India to enjoy equality, freedom and fundamental rights, and to get all sorts of justice, social and institutional, fair and just relationship between an individual and society, getting appropriate opportunities to rise further, having harmony necessary for peaceful coexistence. As a pioneer and leading representative, follower and defender of the Indianness of his time, fighting against all kinds of injustice, was the true identity of Vallabhbhai Patel. Like a true warrior, he remained in struggle throughout his life for equality, freedom and justice for common man, labor and peasants. He did not believe in talking much, but whenever he opened his mouth, it means with some purpose, keeping the large-scale welfare of people, in other words, common man, as the nucleus. Before undertaking a particular task in hand, he used to think over that seriously and with adequate patience. However, when he eventually reached a conclusion or decision, he would take the task to accomplish with the purpose of getting success in the fixed goal. The statement of Luther stays quite fit in context of the great person of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, in which he has said, I quote, a true warrior never starts struggling with a light heart and uselessly. A true and current warrior does not speak much in his qualities, but when he does, then victory is certain. Before launching the historic Badoli Kisan agitation in the year 1928 against the injustice inflicted by the colonial government on peasants of the taluka in the form of sudden increase of land revenue up to 22 or 23%, Vallabhbhai had assessed the case by you. He had tested the strength of peasantry especially farmers, vigor of collective fight against the most powerful empire of the world till the goal was achieved. Inflicted injustice was ended. Vallabhbhai also assessed the possible support the farmers could get from other communities of the area in their fight for justice. When it is yours and you are the one who cultivated it. So this month, the government continued taking the course of action like confiscation and attachment of properties and lands of farmers. But whatever Vallabhbhai had said to the peasants of Bardoli at the launch of the struggle, that ultimately proved to be true. Soon after the formation of the Congress government in the presidency of Bombay in 1937, under the provision of the Government of India Act 1935, through a special legislation, the confiscated or attached property, especially land, were returned back to the farmers. Farmers were the owners of their own land. They eventually stayed as the landlords. It is just one example. Life of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was replete with such examples. Once he jumped into a struggle for justice, small or big, for justice, success was necessary therein. The word failure was not there in his dictionary. He established records, one after the other, in pre and post-independence time. Preparation for the second mass action, namely the civil disobedience movement under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi himself, was in full swing. Vallabhbhai Patel already emerged as a Sardar from the Bardoli Kisan agitation, was at the forefront in preparing a strong ground for this struggle. In this very regard, soon after his return from the Lahore session of the Indian National Congress, he started awakening the masses by addressing public meetings. In one such meeting in Bharuch, as we know, on February 11, 1930, the Sardar declaring independence to be a curse and a crime against humanity and God, called on people to get rid of fear entirely and to transform dependence into independence, that is Swaraj or Swadhina. To quote from the address of the Sardar himself, I ask the peasants and others, do you have confidence in God? Do you believe in God? Do you realize that he who is born is destined to die? No one can escape death. If that is so, why not learn to die the death of the brave and the honorable rather than that of cowardly? It is not better to look for the day when history will record that you stood firm for your freedom when men were being killed. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel continuously addressed public meetings. He called upon the compatriots to break the shackles of slavery of the British. The manner in which the Sardar was making the mass fearless, the colonial government became terrified. Without any delay, the government arrested Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel at Ras village of the Taluka of Borsar in Kheda district on March 7, 1930, 5 days before the launch of the civil disobedience, as we know, Salt Satyagraha, Namak Satyagraha. The people in the entire region were very angry by his sudden arrest. Reacting to this approximately 75,000 people came in protest immediately in the street of Ahmedabad. The protesters, in a huge meeting under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi himself, on the banks of Sabarmati river, resolved to record our firm determination to follow Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel to jail. We shall not rest in peace until the country has become independent, nor shall we let the government rest in peace. Sardar's capability of mass awakening, the art and strategy of preparing people in huge number and making them fearless for the cause remain more or less the life of this civil disobedience movement. The role and contribution of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in civil disobedience movement is even today a subject of fair analysis by subject specialists and historians. Not only this, after the introduction of the Government of India Act 1935, the manner in which Sardar Patel worked for the protection of the interests of the people of princely states, for the removal of economic and political grievances, which eventually paved the way to awakening among the people and making them capable of putting up fights against their rulers. That is still a subject of appropriate analysis. More especially, the manner in which, through his leadership or leading role in the Rajput Satyagraha in the year 1938 and 39, the Sardar, along with making effort in protecting interests of the people of princely states of Rajput, indicated about his future plans, or in other words, the future of the princely states. This transformation of indication into reality at the time of political integration of India after her independence from the English in 1947, it true testimony of his being a visionary. The Sardar was absolutely clear about the people of the princely states. I am mentioning this especially because the state of Hyderabad was also, I think, the largest princely states of India. In his eyes, the people of these states were equal to the rest of the citizens of the country. He therefore looked at their future accordingly. Vallabhbhai had said to the rulers of the states, to say Rajas, Maharajas or Nawabs had to accord justice to their people, to hand over the power to them. The people, on the other hand, would prepare themselves to a long fight to the purpose. The Sardar took the whole fight of the freedom of the country, from the colonialism to the struggle for justice and equality. His approach was the same in the Quit India movement in 1942, at the time of the rebuilding of the country after India's independence working day and night for its unity, integrity, sovereignty and security. Just before the launch of the Quit India movement, the Sardar addressed the people at Ahmedabad and said, I quote, "Do not be afraid now at all. We must now consider carefully wherein our duty lies. Whether you are asked or not, whether there arises an occasion or not, let there be no question of your being not ready to get justice finally. Do not ask what the program of work is. This struggle will be an all-embracing one, and we will welcome non-payment of taxes, civil disobedience and such direct action that will obstruct the government in their administration. Let the railwaymen refuse to work. Let the post and telegraph man go on a strike. Let government servants give up their services. Let teachers and students keep away from schools and colleges, and thus cooperate in bringing to stand still the entire administrative machinery of the government. It is in such a struggle that I am inviting all of you, the countrymen, my compatriots, to join. And if there is your wholehearted support, the struggle will be over and won in a manner and as a matter of days. The British will have to quit. If every Indian realizes his duties to participate in this struggle, the independence must come immediately and without any doubt. Unquote. India finally achieved the freedom from the colonial rule on August 15, 1947. The goal was, however, achieved by this, but the freedom came with the concomitant partition of the country into two. It was a sad story. And Pakistan presented a number of internal and external challenges before India, in which some were of serious nature, from unity, sovereignty, security, and rebuilding of the nation viewpoint. Among them were the merger of hundreds of princely states into the Union of India, the reorganization of civil services at the central and provincial levels both, quick and appropriate arrangement for the exchange of population in huge number and rehabilitation for the exchange of population in huge number. And I again mentioned rehabilitation of refugee coming from the part of newly formed or newly born Pakistan on common lines, control over anti-national elements and maintaining communal harmony throughout the country. The sole responsibility of saving the nation from all such challenges, problems of serious nature, was on the shoulders of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the then Deputy Prime Minister of India, the Home Minister, and the Minister in charge of the State Department, also Information and Broadcasting. The work of framing the Constitution of India was also going on, in which the role of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel remained vital. He was the chairman of the Advisory Committee of the Constituent Assembly on fundamental rights, minorities, on excluded and partially excluded areas. Moreover, the Sardar was leading the State Constitution Committee. Not only this, the Sardar was an active member of the steering committee and of the stage committee. Sardar Patel called on the compatriot through his heart-touching appeal to make India strong and prosperous. In his own words, I make earnest appeal to people to wipe out from their minds the memories of the past, treating it as a terrible nightmare and look forward with single-minded purpose to make India strong, prosperous and healthy. Unquote. He also said, quote, the main task before India totally is to consolidate herself into a well-knit and united power. The obstacle of foreign domination has gone, but there are serious problems that confront us. Economically, India is in a sad plight. The war, Second World War has resulted in making India a credited nation or debated country. But that does not mean much for development and prosperity by your own joint endeavors in the need of the other. Unquote. With this appeal, the Sardar stepped forward with firm determination. He handled each and every problem one by one. By overcoming all serious challenges, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel made divided India one, beautifully connecting the both British India and Indian India, adopting a clear policy towards the princely states, as was evident from the broad and open approach he acquired during the process of their merger into the Union of India. India's purpose and affirmed the actions in many states, especially the princely states of Hyderabad. And thus, he, ascertaining the unity and integrity of the nation, created a history unsurpassed till today. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel contributed incomparably in the framing of the Constitution of India according to his commitment and conviction, which could be well comprehended from a short part of his address in the last session of the Constituent Assembly in 1949, in which the great Sardar said, "Not an alliance between democracies and dynasties, but a real union of the Indian people, built on the basis of that or basic concept of the sovereignty, and for that we are found of the people, sovereignty of the people. In the great task of the freedom of India from the colonial rule and in rebuilding the national character, especially keeping country's unity, sovereignty and integrity as nuclear, Sardar's role and contribution remain dynamic and historical. The manner in which Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel worked diligently till his last breath with firm determination, dedication and solitude for the nation building, having national unity, integrity and sovereignty supreme, that is a record in itself. In this regard, Vallabhbhai's life, task accomplished by him and his ideas are the lesson for every Indian, more especially for those who are in the governance of the country. Even today, anti-national and divisive elements, separatist present challenges before the sovereignty of the nation, and many of which are of serious nature. And we all are well aware of this. They add impediment to the progress of the country, try to block the process of development and defame national unity and integrity, with the purpose of protecting the country from all such elements and taking the nation to the pathway of continuous progress to establish India eventually a Vishwaguru. Watch and ideas of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel are not only relevant currently, but they are quite effective also. Life, works and works of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel were fully dedicated to the unity, sovereignty, security, integrity and prosperity of the nation and the welfare of humanity and familiarity with them, especially of the youth of today. Youth of India, especially, it measures. From this, those who are sensitive towards the painful consequences of the history, or I can say historic reality, in which, due to lack of unity among Indians, their motherland, India, reached the state of downfall, and many times she become a slave of foreign invader, will take a cue and work for the unity and integrity of the country. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel had mentioned about this truth in his historic statement issued in New Delhi on July 5, 1947. Please pay attention to this very important statement of the great Sardar. I quote, "It is a lesson of history that it was owing to her politically fragmented condition and our inability to make a united stand that India succumbed to successive wave of invaders. Our mutual conflicts and internecine fight and jealousies have in the past been the cause of our downfall and our falling victim to foreign domination a number of times. We cannot afford to fall into those errors and trap again. We are on the threshold of independence. The fundamental homogeneity of culture and sentiment reinforced by the compulsive logic of mutual interest would continue to govern us." Unquote. Taking a concrete inspiration from the following lines of the Sardar's another statement, the spirit of discharging essential required duties towards the nation without our mutual jealousies or competition, and with full commitment will also develop in them. I quote, "I wish to complete my life after making India strong in all manners, asserting her safety, internal and external both, and seeing it getting self-sufficiency at all levels, in all parts of life, especially by our youth today. They will thus proceed with dedication to accomplish the task of all-round development of the nation, to pave the way to establish India indeed a Vishwaguru, which was a strong desire of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel himself." Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, by merging more than 550 princely states in a short time after the freedom of the country from the British, established the world record. For the first time in the entire Indian history, Sardar made India one. One nation and one state. I think much has to be done still towards an honest history of our nation, especially the great work done by our greatest Sardar. I think the lead could be taken from this institution. I have seen the atmosphere myself from my own open eyes here. I have learned a lot of Chaudhary Sahib about this institution. It is my sincere desire that when on one side we do everything for the all-round development of the student studying here or carrying research here. On the other, for the safety, for the security, for the unity and prosperity of the nation. I think something towards end could also be done from this institution. I wish you all the best. You invited me to express my views today here in Hyderabad on one of the greatest Indian Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. I am thankful to you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
The fruits of freedom which we are enjoying today is attributed to the sacrifices and hardships of many of our freedom fighters who have endured. There are many unsung heroes who are less known. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and the Ethiopian research, popularly known as Iron Man of India, was an independent activist and statesman. His ideas serve as a medium of inspiration and meditation. His ethos and principles ought to be recalled and respected. It's important that youth should remember and acknowledge our heroes and our rich heritage. Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful program. As a student of history, I enjoyed your session thoroughly. Yeah. So I thoroughly enjoyed your session as a student of history. It just brought me back many memories. What I studied in the text might be very less, and what I learned today in your lecture is definitely paramount. Thank you, sir, for such an inspiring and insightful talk. Any questions from the audience? You are encouraged. Any questions from the audience? So once again, I reiterate that today's generation have to respect our heroes and have to respect our heritage. Thank you, sir, for such an insightful lecture. May I now request?
Are fraternal trait. That's what Sardar Patel wanted. This is an indivisible, integrated, indestructible nation. There was, however, a small loophole left by pseudo-socialist country, pseudo-socialist country. That was Article 370, which gave a separate semi-independent status to Jammu and Kashmir. The latest Sardar, again from Gujarat, Narendra Patel, had the vision and the inspiration to remove the Article 370 from the Constitution to re-establish the integrity, indivisibility of Bharat. We have to pay tribute both to Sardar Patel and Sri Narendra Patel. The body, friends, there were efforts in the Constituent Assembly to promote separatism, even after India was separated between Pakistan and India. Sardar Patel censored this. The so-called nationalist Muslims who were in the Congress to protect the Muslim interests only, they were wanting separate electorate and separate reservations. Sardar Patel says who the spirit of this serious divisibility of this country. He trained Begum Aizar Rasul of Uttar Pradesh came at work with a temerity, with a timidity, with a lot of fear against stalwarts like Abul Kalam Azad, who was wanting reservation and separate electorate. She stood up. God our reservation. God our separate electorates. We, the Muslim states of India, want them no more. Who is the inspirator of this? Sardar Patel. Friends, Telangana, all the parts of India have been for the longest period under Muslim rule. From 1342 to 1948 September 17. But the great wonder of this country, of this Telangana, is that not even 10% of the country had converted to Islam. What does it think? This period of Telangana. We are Telugus, we are Dharmis, we are Hindus. That's what we have to always do. In the recent history, we had 3 tigers and now a tigress in Hyderabad in order to take upon the divisions. What was Ali Narendra? Ali Narendra is not a Brahmin. He is a BC. But he said, my country, my land, my Bhasha. Second was Dr. Balreddy. He was a lion. He stood up to old Hyderabad. If there is any comment or right, if any Hindu is, his heart meant. A third one is not alive. Rajashi. Rajashi will suffer. No insult to Hinduism, no insult to Dharma, no insult to Gopala. That is Rajashi. And the fourth one is a recent phenomenon. That is Pampali, Pampali Madhani Lata. Who took on? AIM Supremo in the election. It doesn't matter. Friends, Article 3 and Article 17. So these are very great things. The wound of Article 370 is removed. Now, there were attempts to keep Jammu and Kashmir as a separate state, being a state. There was another lion in India, another lion in India. In the lines, on the lines of Sardar Patel, Syama Prasad Mukherjee. एक विधान, एक प्रधान, एक निशान। इस भारत में एक संविधान, एक विधान है, एक ही कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, एक ही प्रधान हो सकता है, एक ही निशान हो सकता है। And that aspiration was recently fulfilled by the abolition of Article 370. Now friends, they are great builders of nations, the world. One was Abraham Lincoln, which was the United States of America. Some parts wanted to secede. Abraham Lincoln said, it shall not be allowed. The Civil War raged for 5 years. For 4 years he was losing. He did not lose heart. Finally, he fought a general called Jackson. Great one Jackson. So somebody complained to him, Jackson is a drunkard. Please let me know what is that drunk, what is that drink I will drink so that I will fight like Stonewall Jackson. So Jackson preserved the unity of America where there was a civil war for the South to secede. There is another great builder, nation builder, Bismarck, that was Germany. Germany was previously 28 different kingdoms of Europe, etc. Under the leadership of Master, he was like Sardar Patel, all the 28 were subjugated and built into one strong nation called Germany. So Sardar Patel ranks among the great people, preservers, makers of nations. Abraham Lincoln, Bismarck, Sardar Patel. And distribute those people. And I conclude with this. We had a great enemy called Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of England, United Kingdom. It was United Kingdom. It was United Kingdom. England and Scotland. Scotland being conquered by England and absorbed, it became United Kingdom. When 1707. How young nation is that and how great nation we are. That's what Dr. Ambedkar said. When you are reading Columbia University in the United States of America, and people who say all sorts of things about India, he said, you are bachas. You Americans are bachas. You are a nation since 1737. My nation. We are a cultural nation. Thousands and thousands of years. By culture we are a nation. We are a political nation. We will also be a political state. And another thing was said about Dr. Ambedkar. He said, Bharat must have a second capital, and it shouldn't be Hyderabad. जोर से बोलो, भारत का दूसरा कैपिटल कौन है? बोलो, दूसरा कैपिटल क्या होना चाहिए? जोर से बोलो, हैदराबाद, गांधीनगर. Therefore, India shall be defended not from one capital but from two capitals. India will become, today we are the fifth largest economy. And very soon, we are going to be the third largest economy in the world after the United States of America and China and India. Maybe we will excel China also. So this is a great future that has been built for us by Sardar Patel, by first getting the accession of 465 princely states, afterwards integrating them, reorganizing them into the great republic that Bharat is. Therefore, we should pay tribute, we should tell our children, we should tell our grandchildren, we should tell the entire world that Bharat is a civilizational state. It is not a newly founded state. It is a human civilizational state. And there is only one another, that is China. We too are civilizational states, not normal political states. So this is the great vision that we have to cultivate, for which the beach, the seeds were laid and promoted by the great Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel of Karnataka. Not Ahmedabad is the total name. It was Raja Karna who built it. His name is Karna. Similarly, the prosperity of India will be built in this great Bhagyanagar. This is Bhagyanagar, wealth. So it is great Bhagya, through this great Bhagyanagar, Bharat will become a Mahan Shakti, a great power, not by arms, but by intellect, by intelligence. Amo Patra. Katavoyantushadaha Usudhaiva Kulubhava Saharavavatu Sahanauvanantu Sahaviryam Karvavaheka Mahavidushavaheka Tejesvidavati Tavastu Tejesvidavati Tavattu. The learning that we have may be brilliant, may Bharat be Bharat, that which is brilliant, which is shining. With this, I once again thank Dr. Ravindra Kumar and his Srimati who are so important because Shiva was Ardhanarishwara. So a person, no person can become great without the inspiration and the help of his Srimati. So I thank you, Madam, for accompanying me and being lustre to this meeting. Thank you all. Jai Hind.
Your words are always inspiration to us. May I request the dignitaries on the days and off the days to felicitate Dr. Hanuman Chandra sir. I request Sri Ashwini Sharma sir, Chairman HCBS, Sri Kishan Patel sir, Honorary Secretary, Dr. Murthy sir, Director BTCIT, on to the days to felicitate Dr. Hanuman Chandra sir. I request now the dignitaries to felicitate today's distinguished chief guest, Prof.Dr. Ravindra Kumar sir. It's really a proud moment for all of us as there is conferred this certificate and honor by the distinguished chief guest today.
Ready? Okay. Okay.
I request Sri Lakshmi Sharma sir, Chairman in TGPS, to come on to the dais as today's chief guest wanted to give a small book as a token of appreciation to sir. Maintain the responsibility. I request the chief guest to give a small book to Secretary Sir, Sri Kishan Baluka.
Madam.
Mr. Shiv Kumar, Assistant Professor Computer Science, to present vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, respected guests. Namaskar, Sabaku Namaskar, respected dignitaries, it gives me an immense pleasure to propose Bhutan's thank on the occasion of Leaders Week series. I would like to thank today's chief guest, Prof.Dr. Ravindra Kumar, Padma Shri Awardee, former Vice Chancellor, on his valuable lecture on Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel.
for his wonderful speech. I am grateful to Sri Lakshmi Sharma, Chairman SGGBS, for his gracious presence. I thank Sri Kishan Badruka Ji, Honorary Secretary SGGBS, for his extending support. I would like to thank Professor S. Abhirama Krishna, Director General SGGBS, for his encouragement in all our endeavors. I would like to thank Dr. D.V.N.S. Murthy sir, Director BBCIT, for his consistent support. Last but not the least, I thank all the staff for their entire efforts, without which this event would not have been possible. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.
I request all the audience to stand for national anthem.
Sir. Sir, file application. Sir, first majority. Okay, ready, sir, please. Okay, add it. Okay. Sir, one more. Sir,